What's up? I wonder if this thing show weird. Let's see. Triple check. Boy, what we got here? Now, I don't know how effective. I don't know what a hot pillow might do for someone if it has any health purposes. I mean, I guess maybe if you have a stiff neck, yeah, that could work for you. But we're gonna see. I had this idea the other day when my pillow was hot. We're gonna find out if it's beneficial or not. Let's do this. These weird delays. Like, uh, let's see. Trying to think of a name. Anyways, just a name. Honestly, pillow. What? I'll be upset, yeah. Well, that means I'm gonna have to stay on this screen so I can monitor the whole thing. You got me tripping there. 6 minutes ago? Damn, you missed 6 minutes. That sucks. I forgot to unmute it. See, if I would have kept it on this screen that's in front of me right here, I would have seen it. But I was switching back and forth. I didn't see it. See, I wonder how people view the chat and control the whole thing. That's a, I always get so curious. It don't matter. Now, if that for anybody that missed, let's go over the hot pill. These are the requirements that I could come up with. No electronics inside. Still feel like a pillow. Fluffy, soft. Can last long. Come on. Stay hot for longer than an hour. Not sure what type of benefits it will have to have a hot pillow, but we're gonna find out. I couldn't think of any more requirements. I could, yeah. Um, let's see. Now, I see. Before I used to do the research, Google and all that, regular or manual, but now it's even better. Yeah, I used to use Claude. I have used Claude before. It's more of a doer. I prefer, I guess, using ChatGPT. See, stick dates. Drop something. See, I'm researching and designing a new invention for a hot pillow, and I am wondering if there are any benefits for something like that. Let's see what we get. Heat therapy. I didn't even think about that. I mean, like when someone has a sore muscle, tight muscle, I mean, heat, it relieves it. I got pro, all right.
I'll look at this from two angles: real user benefits people already understand from heat therapy, and invention design opportunities that could make a hot pillow feel different from a normal heating pad. Yes, a hot pillow could have real benefits, especially if you design it as more than a pillow that gets warm. The main value is comfort, plus targeted heat therapy, plus relaxation. But the invention opportunity is in making it safer, shaped better, and easier to use than a normal heating pad. A heated pillow could help with neck stiffness, shoulder tension, upper back soreness, cramps, cold sensitivity, relaxation, and sleep preparation. Heat therapy is commonly used to relax tight muscles, reduce stiffness, improve circulation, and temporarily relieve aches. Cleveland Clinic notes that heat can help stiff joints and tight neck shoulder muscles, and Mayo Clinic advises limited heat sessions, often around 15 to 20 minutes, rather than long exposure.
So there you go. That answers the question actually. So we have to limit it to a 20. I have to limit it to a 20-minute. I'll say 30-minute exposure. This is while you're sleeping. Now it says here, when you think of a pillow, you think of a neck pillow. But for this particular pillow, I noticed that its main use, based on now that we know that little bit of information that I just heard, the main use for something like this would be heat therapy. So let's say if someone was working, they come home, they're sleeping, they're tired, they're most likely gonna have a regular pillow. How often does someone buy a pillow anyways? But if they had an incentive to buy a pillow, it's a different story. And the incentive could be maybe they got sore muscles. And since they already have a pillow, they're most likely gonna move that pillow around throughout the night as they're sleeping. For example, they can have it on their neck for a period of time. They can move it around, maybe the back of the leg, between the thighs, behind the lower back. Maybe they got back pain. So do they mean by 30 minutes at the same spot for long exposure? Now, if it's non-electronic, it's most likely gonna stay heated for a long period of time at low temperature, which in direct contact to the skin may not do anything. But if you have it there for like an hour, you might actually start to feel something. So I guess it doesn't really matter. But this pillow should be treated as something from a heat therapy solution to relax tight muscles. Seems like the only reason why someone might buy it. It's kind of like when people have just long pillows, almost as long as really long, and they just have it to just wrap around. Oh, I see it in real time. Let's check this out. How long heat exposure is bad for you. About low, about a low, even if it's low, you might end up sleeping on it for 8 hours. So maybe having it activated is a bad idea. Having it activated constantly is a bad idea. I remember I was given this toy that was like a chicken where you heat it up, then it would act, then it activated it. You heat it up, but you have to heat it up in the microwave. This kind of sucks. Wants to, wants to fire hazard. We'll have to come back to that.
Exposure. Cleveland Clinic Mayo Clinic Connect. The strongest invention angle is this. A normal heating pad is flat. A pillow has shape, pressure, softness, and body contact. That means your hot pillow could be designed for specific body areas. 1. Neck and shoulder hot pillow. A U-shaped or curved pillow could warm the back of the neck, traps, and upper shoulders. This could be good for people who sit at computers, work at benches, drive a lot, or get tension headaches from tight neck muscles. 2. Lower back support, hot pillow. A lumbar-shaped hot pillow could sit between the chair and lower back. This would combine heat therapy with posture support, which makes it more useful than a basic heating pad. 3. Bedtime relaxation pillow. A warm pillow could help people relax before sleep, especially if it uses gentle heat, soft fabric, and an automatic shutoff. But it should not encourage people to sleep all night with active heat, because sources like Mayo Clinic and Cedars-Sinai warn against sleeping with heating pads due to burn risk. Mayo Clinic Connect Cedars Sinai. 4. Cramp or stomach comfort pillow.
See that? So I would have to have it on for a period of time or have it activate another way and then deactivate. I kind of like the bedtime relaxation pillow way.
Pillow. A soft heated pillow for the abdomen could be useful for cramps, digestive discomfort, or general warmth. This could be shaped like a soft weighted cushion, not a stiff electric pad. Anxiety stress. Comfort pillow. Warmth plus light pressure can feel calming. A version with mild weight, soft texture, and slow heat could be marketed more as a comfort pillow than a medical device. The main safety issue is too much heat for too long. Heating devices should not be directly against skin for long periods, and Johns Hopkins warns to protect skin from direct heating pad contact to prevent burns, especially for people with nerve damage or conditions like diabetes. Hopkins Medicine. Harvard Health also notes that heat should not feel uncomfortably hot, and that higher temperatures can burn skin. Harvard Health. For your design, I'd think of it.
Now I already have my chat GPT trained a lot. So it already, when I have an idea, it already makes the design, some sort of design for me already. Now it's just an idea. I don't usually go with it because it's usually not like usually just it's a straightforward idea usually. Now what are we looking at here? We're looking at a soft pillow shell, the outer shell, comfort. It's adding to prevent heat springs inside. Bad idea. Heating element, low voltage heating pad. You could add a heating pad. Carbon heater. That sounds too complicated to be inside a pillow. Temperature sensor reads internal blah blah blah. Temperature of the heating pillow. There's no need for that. That's too much. Control circuit, no circuitry in there. You don't want to have that when it's especially inside a pillow. Even if it's sealed off in a separate location, you never know if it'll be around. Power source. No, we're not gonna do that. I mean, this could work if someone was dedicated enough.
The best version would probably be low voltage, soft, washable cover, auto shutoff, and body shaped. The unique selling point would not just be it gets hot, it would be a soft therapeutic pillow that applies safe, even warmth exactly where the body needs comfort. Possible invention names: Warm Rest Pillow, Thermopillow Heat Hug Pillow, Comfort Core Heated Pillow Neck Nest, Warm Pillow Hot Ease Pillow. The feature that could make it stand out most is heat zoning. For example, one area warms the neck while another warms the shoulders, or the center stays soft or cooler while the sides provide warmth. That would make it feel more engineered and invention-like compared to a regular heating pad stuffed inside a pillow.
Now, that sounds like it would be too much to go into a pillow. Pillows are simple. Adding all of that would make it all complicated. Someone's going to sleep. Oh, let me plug in my pillow. What? No. It needs to be something easy, straight, simple, where someone say, "Oh, I'm going to sleep. Let me pick it up." Pick it up. You do maybe one or two actions to get it warm, and it's ready to go. Go to sleep. No overthinking. The person won't even think about it. It'll be like a habit. They'll use it every day. Now let's see what we're gonna now. I was looking more at the bedtime relaxation pillow. I feel like that would be the most usable for most everyday people. They could use that for different things. Like you said, the muscles are sore, like you said, muscle therapy. It would be the most universal one that people would connect with the most. Oh, man,
I
I
agree.
need it,
The
yo.
bedtime relaxation pillow is probably the strongest direction because it is not too niche. A neck therapy pillow is mainly for people with neck pain. A cramp pillow is mainly for stomach comfort. A lower back pillow is mainly for chairs, but a warm bedtime pillow connects with almost everybody. Because most people understand the feeling of wanting to relax, get comfortable, loosen up, and wind down at
Listen
night.
up,
The
baby.
bigger idea is not just a pillow that gets hot. It is more like a soft relaxation pillow that gently warms the body before sleep. That makes it feel more universal and less medical. You could position it.
Imagine that. A soft relaxation pillow that gently warms you up, not too hot, just warm enough to make you feel like what's the feeling like when you put on a fresh pair of socks they just came out of the dryer. Someone could fall asleep real fast. You put your head on, it's nice and soft, nice and warm, not too hot. I mean, burn your skin, you're not getting sweaty, knock you out.
Position it around everyday uses like after work stress or sore shoulders, tired muscles or cold bedroom, cold hands, or relaxing before sleep or comfort, while watching TV or calming warmth during anxiety or tension.
Yeah, that's true. You're watching TV, lay back, you put it behind your back. Uh, your hands are cold. How many people complain, especially girls? "Oh, my hands are cold."
The important thing is that it should probably be called a warming pillow or relaxation pillow, not a hot pillow. Hot can sound unsafe, while warm sounds comforting. A strong version could be designed like this.
It's a good point. Warming pillow. Warming pillow. I put the hot pillow. Hot pillow. I already put it on there. You can change it up here.
This soft bed pillow comfort cushion for
I hate when it reads it like that. Still using that that heating spring system inside there with a timer shadow. It looks very similar to like one of those heating pads, but except it's thick like a pillow. And of course, it's washable. You take it out. If someone were to make like that, you could just sell the pillow itself and then have it a pocket in the inside for the freaking heating pad. You can either have it built in, you can have it removable. I feel like that's, you're sleeping, there's a cord hanging out of your freaking bed. It's whack.
The most useful design may not be a normal head pillow that someone sleeps on all night. I think it should be more like a bedtime comfort pillow that someone can hold, place behind their neck, put on their chest, rest
Maybe
near their
something like
shoulders,
this.
or use on sore muscles before falling asleep. That avoids the biggest safety problem: people accidentally sleeping on an active heating device all night. So the design goal could be warm enough to relax the body, but not hot enough to feel risky. A good product concept could be bedtime relaxation warming pillow. A soft pillow made for winding down at night. It gives gentle, even warmth to help relax sore muscles, reduce tension, and create a cozy bedtime routine. It can be hugged, placed behind the neck, rested on the stomach, or used on sore areas before sleep, with automatic shutoff for safety. The invention opportunity is in making it multi-use.
That's a good point. Multi-use, low heat. And if it had no electronics, the person would never have to worry about, oh, it's gonna burn down my house, it's gonna blow up, it's gonna heat up, burn up. They'll have no worries. They could just leave it on the bed. They use it. Boom, it's hot. They can just get up, get ready for the day. It's still hot. You what? No worries. It's not hot enough to cause any damage. It'll cool off in a couple in a while after use. Multi-use. That's a good point. A hug pillow, you hug it against the stomach, it heats up. Neck neck mode, you put on it behind, shoulders, lap mode. People do that. Put a pillow there a lot. Muscle comfort. See, I was just focusing on the muscle comfort for the muscle therapy that I mentioned, but multi-use could be great.
That is why I think your instinct is right. The bedtime version has the widest emotional connection. It is not just for pain, it is for comfort, stress, cold nights, sore muscles, and relaxation. A possible
Multi-use.
tagline: a warm pillow for winding down. Or, more invention style, a soft heated relaxation pillow designed to help the body release tension before sleep.
Multi-use. Let's see. The pillow could be a multi-use warm pillow, small sized, not as half the size of a regular pillow. That's warm enough, but not too hot and not too cold. Warm enough where someone can stick it underneath their blanket and not get hot. and no electronics. Have it only last for maybe an hour. I think people will be satisfied with that. 30 minutes, and I feel like people will complain like, "Oh, it gets hot too fast. It gets cold too fast." I see. Before cooling, pillow warm. It has to be easy. It has to be so easy to use that it's convenient. That's it. Problem with this now, we need, let's see if there's anything like it. Now, I don't want to have any electronics in it for the heat. I'm not sure. Maybe we need to go a reaction based heat. Maybe and it stays long for a certain period of time. Let's say an hour before it cools down. Because I feel like having electronics in it, trying to sleep, you have a pillow and this cord hanging out. It's not as soft. We get worried. Oh, it's gonna burn down. Wonder why it's making this picture part right here. Yeah, I'm surprised the camera picked my voice up. I thought 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think your instinct is right. If this is meant for bedtime relaxation, then no electronics in the pillow itself is a smart direction. A cord, powered heating element, or anything that feels like it could overheat works against the whole point of sleep comfort. People want to feel safe, simple, soft, and cozy. So instead of an electric heated pillow, you may be onto something better. A cord-free warming pillow with a removable heat insert. That means the pillow is just a pillow, and the heat comes from a separate insert or pouch inside
That
it.
beats the purpose.
Best non-electric heat directions. 1. Sodium acetate click heat packs. This is probably one of the best reaction-based directions. How it works. Inside the pack is a supersaturated sodium acetate solution. You click a small metal disc. That triggers crystallization. The pack heats up. Why it fits your idea. No cord. No electronics. Reusable. Heat starts on demand. Safer feeling than electric heat. Good for a 30 to 60-minute bedtime relaxation window. Downsides. The packs can feel a little firm if not designed well. They usually don't stay hot for many hours. After use, they need to be reset by reheating in boiling water. Invention opportunity. Instead of one
Reheat in boiling water. I mean, is that convenient? I mean, anybody can just boil the water. Would it be useful then? So you could take the packs out. So the pillow could have a hole inside. After the side, you just slit them in, close them up. It's firm. You feel it. So that's the problem that he was saying. Too thick in the middle, no heat transfer. It's a pretty close idea, though.
one big hard pack, you could use multiple thin, flexible heat cells placed around the pillow in a pattern, with soft padding between them. That way, the pillow still feels soft and not like a brick. 2. Air-activated.
Instead of one hard pack in there, to have multiple thin heat cells placed around the pillow in a pattern. I don't know, it seems like it would be too complicated. Thirsty, Joe.
Air-activated iron heat packs. These are like hand warmers. How it works. Iron powder reacts with oxygen. The oxidation creates heat. Why it fits. No electricity, long-lasting heat, cheap, familiar to people. Downsides. Usually single use. Needs air exposure
No
to work
single
properly.
use.
Harder to control the exact
Reusable
temperature. Could stay warm longer than you want. Not ideal if sealed deep inside a pillow. Better as a disposable insert than a built-in system. This could work, but it feels less elegant for a reusable bedtime product. 3.
This is the one that I've seen before. The microwave heated inserts. I seen these in a gift that I got a while ago. It was like a chip one, and you would heat it up, and it would stay on heated. It only lasted for maybe 10 minutes before it cooled down. But I guess if you had it underneath your pillow, underneath your blanket, the heat's trapped. It probably lasts longer.
3. Microwave heated insert. Not reaction-based while in use, but still non-electric as a product experience. How it works. A removable pouch is heated in the microwave, then inserted into the pillow. Common fillings: flaxseed, rice, cherry pits, wheat, clay beads, gel inserts. Why it fits. Very simple. No cords while using, soft, and natural feeling, familiar, can give a cozy, moist heat feel depending on material. Downsides: user has to microwave it first. Heat time may only be around 20 to 40 minutes depending on the material. Overheating in the microwave is a design concern. Some natural fillings can degrade over time. This is probably the easiest real-world version to make, even if it is less invention-like than a reaction-based system. Best
Common fillings. So you end for with this way, in this particular number three microwave heating system, that would be a pillow within a pillow, basically, where the main pillow will have a pouch, and you will have these inserts that you can place in that you can heat up in the microwave, put them in, and the pillow will be hot for a period of time. Now, the problem is the fillings could be bad, and since it's within something would be the transfer, the heat transfer, loss of heat transfer from the inside to the outside of the pillow to your skin or your head or wherever it is you're putting it at. But it's tempting. Anybody could put something in a microwave 5 minutes. You don't even need to watch it. You can just walk away from it. Beep, beep, beep. It's done. You come and get it. Oh, there you go. It's ready. Put it inside. The other promising one was the microwave. I mean, the water. But again, you have to boil it. Some people might be so lazy, so tired, for example, if they're using it for muscle therapy, they might be so tired. They don't want to pull no water out to boil it, to put that inside to heat up. Those types of individuals are probably looking for something so convenient that wherever you use it, if it's handing itself, you just come and get it when it's ready. That type of situation. It's probably what they're looking for. So far, number one was the microwave heated inserts. But is it going to get hot? 40 minutes runtime? That's I mean, how much is their activated heat iron heat packs? You don't want that. This one has almost an hour of runtime, at least 30 minutes. What I'm looking at here is what you could have is one main pillow with different types of packs. One that can last you 60 minutes, one that can last you 30 minutes. But people are probably not gonna organize those heat packs or oh, which one's which. You're probably gonna have more in the drawer, grab whichever one. I'm sure some people will keep them organized. Most people won't. So it have to be one type of singular type of heat pack, multiple ones, multiple reusable. Because how often do you have to buy a pillow? Almost never. Lasting pillows last you for years until they get super flat. That's paper. I kind of like the microwave. 30-minute runtime is not bad, especially when it's so easy to reheat in the first place.
Yeah, I think your instinct is right. If this is meant for bedtime relaxation, then no best direction for your invention. If you want something that feels more unique than a microwave pillow, safer than an electric pillow, more bedtime friendly than a heating pad, then I think your best concept is a soft bedtime pillow with removable, reusable heat pods. And if you want the most inventive route, a reusable, click-activated warming pillow using thin sodium acetate heat modules. That feels like a real product concept. Why this concept makes sense. You already identified the most important part. People do not want to feel like they are sleeping with a powered device, so your product could be positioned like this. Not a heated pillow for all-night use. A warming relaxation pillow for winding down before sleep. That is a big difference. It becomes something people use while laying in bed before sleep, while reading, while watching TV, while relaxing sore muscles, while hugging something warm and comforting. Then the heat naturally fades after a set period. That actually helps the concept, because instead of trying to stay hot all night, it is designed to warm up, provide comfort, slowly cool down, let the person drift off. That feels much safer and more natural.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. Something safer. I mean, something that feels natural to the person. How often do people think about their pillow when they go to sleep? They just think about sleeping. Good product structure. An outer pillow cover, a comforting padding layer, a heat insert sleeve, holds removable warming pods. And then so, you know, I don't know, just that probably already exists, I'm sure. They probably want something that small, fits in the microwave, something easy, something that won't scare them.
Best shape for the bedtime version. I would not make it a full head pillow at first. That could create too many expectations about sleeping directly on it all night. A better first concept is something like a small relaxation pillow. Possible forms: hug pillow, neck and shoulder pillow, chest lap comfort pillow, small rectangular bedtime cushion. This makes it more universal and easier to use in different ways.
Someone could use it those ways.
Important design challenge. The biggest challenge is, how do you keep it soft if the heat system is inside? If you use one large reaction pack, it may feel stiff or awkward. So, a better design could be several smaller, thin heat pods spread across the pillow, maybe arranged in zones, surrounded by soft filling.
You know what's a good idea? Designing the heat pods to be soft outside but reactive, and then filling the pillows. The outside of the pillow is regular pillow, the inside as a the heat pods, circular heat pods that are squishable inside. They heat up. and the heat pods can be reaction based. Matter of fact, because you're gonna want to dump them out. You stick them in the microwave, take them out. When you're laying on them, it'll feel like a mixture of small little foam and big foam. Big foam being the heat pods.
Strong benefits of this invention. Your non-electric bedtime warming pillow could offer cord-free comfort, less fear of fire or overheating, portable use, gentle, temporary warmth, muscle relaxation, wind-down support before sleep, comfort during cold nights, less medical feeling than a heating pad. Emotionally, that is strong. People are not just buying heat, they are buying coziness, comfort, safety. Bedtime ritual, muscle relief, relaxation, the best product message. I would avoid calling it a hot pillow. Better names would be warming pillow, bedtime relaxation pillow, cozy warm pillow, heat-free cordless comfort pillow, reusable warmth pillow. And the message could be a soft cord-free warming pillow designed to gently relax the body before sleep. My honest opinion on the best technical route. If I were narrowing it down, I'd rank them like this. Best invention style option. Reusable sodium, acetate, click heat insert system. Best easiest to build option. Microwave heated removable insert. Least ideal for this product. Air activated iron pack system. The sodium acetate route feels the most like a true invention direction because it is reusable, cordless, on demand, self-heating, naturally time limited. That fits your idea really well. If you want, I can next help you with one of these. A concept sketch layout for the warming pillow, a parts system breakdown, a list of possible heat materials and insert types, a safe public R&D summary for this invention, a product concept description, like something you could use on Rivera Inventions.
Mm. I think I have an idea of what we should go for. What I said, I think I what we go for. The heck was it? Play the answers. So the real invention here isn't the pillow itself; it's the pods. Here's what I'm thinking that might actually work. Even better, baby. Sweet as joy. Stay on moving around. I'm tired. Thinking about a pillow. Now, in the inside, it was talking about a pouch. ChatGPT was talking about a pouch inside and everything. I don't want to have the pouch inside, but we need a way. I'm gonna have to put the pouch inside because we need a way of taking them out to microwave. Most people don't have a big microwave, so unless you make the pillow small, you guys ever seen that commercial for that pillow, the My Pillow? And I used to have one. And the pillow, the little piece, the foam were little square pieces. I'm gonna have to make this even smaller. The pillow is small, square shaped. So I was thinking is the whole inside could be filled with these pods that heat up. In the outside, they're real squishy foam. The inside, they're filled with these beads that heat up when you put them in the microwave. The whole pillow is square. The outside is just a cover. You take out the inside, and it's one of those malleable type of pillows, or type of like bags. You can hold those bags where there's not that much. It's somewhat halfway full, not halfway, but not really. And it's just real malleable. You'd be able to stick it right inside there. So it's pretty much would be like halfway thickness of the pillow. And the reason it gotta be malleable like that, halfway, not completely full, and then it has to come out of the pillow itself. Most people aren't gonna have a microwave. As a matter of fact, you could actually, can you even put fabric in the microwave? It's kind of like the same thing where they have like those potatoes with that, those type of sacks where you can put the potato inside and it heats up in the microwave. The outside cover could be made of some type of fabric like that with the beads inside that heat up. The pods, the meat pods. Because if you just have the heat pods in there and you can just dump them out, people, the person that's doing that, they're gonna have to get a bowl, put them in, dump them in the bowl, and then heat them up. And if you have it, it's say not a pod, but maybe like a something you slip in, it won't be malleable. Kind of like the pot idea, where it's circular, it's foamy outside, and the inside has the heat and has the part that heats up. Let's go back to this right here. I like the microwave heated inserts idea because that's easy. The person doesn't need any extra materials. They just need to heat it up. Now, I was thinking about a square pillow because that's almost the same size as the insert of a microwave. Now, I was thinking that instead of something that you can insert, like something square or something like that for the microwave, it could be pods, little tiny pods, and the heating beads or stuff that you put for the microwave could be inside. So when the person takes out the pillow from the cover, they just need to stick it inside the microwave with all it's filled with heating pods as the foam itself. Keep forgetting that I'm live. Now that's one possibility. Another way could be exactly what ChatGPT was saying, but that's kind of whack. I mean, it would work. But what's the fun in that, though? See that? That's what I'm talking about. So they have the cover, and then the inner pillow is what they would put in the microwave with all the heating pods inside. Because can you imagine, you're tired, you come home from work, you want to maybe sit down, your lower back is hurting, you grab your pillow, it's cold, oh shit, they're all damn, it's cold, unzip it, take it out, you put it in the microwave 5 minutes, a minute, it heats up, you put it back in, stuff it back in the cover, zip it up, you sit on it, comfort.
Yeah, that idea makes a lot of sense. What you're describing is basically a microwavable warming pillow core, where the inside of the pillow itself is made up of many small heating pods, instead of having one removable insert. Then the user would take off the outer washable cover, place the inner pillow core in the microwave, heat it up, put it back in the cover, use it in bed for warmth and relaxation. That is actually a pretty strong direction, because it keeps the product simple. What's good about your idea? The big benefit is convenience. If people have to remove little inserts, heat them separately, and put them back in, the product starts to feel annoying. But if the whole inner pillow can go right into the microwave, that feels much more natural. So, your concept becomes soft outer cover plus microwave-safe inner warming pillow. That is cleaner and easier for the user. The main thing to be careful about, the one big issue is this. I would not use regular foam as the inside if the whole thing goes in the microwave. That's probably the biggest design point here. Normal foam and some synthetic pillow materials are not a good fit for microwave heating because they can trap heat unevenly, overheat, melt or deform, smell bad, possibly become unsafe. So instead of saying pods, as the foam itself, the better way to think of it is, the inner pillow is a soft pod-filled structure instead of a foam pillow. So the pillow does not need foam at all. It can be made from a fabric shell, stitched into many little chambers, each chamber filled with microwave-safe warming material. That gives you the soft pillow feeling without relying on foam. Better version of your concept, instead of foam pillow plus some heating pods. I think the better design is fabric pillow core made entirely of distributed warming cells. Like this. Outer washable cover. Soft, skin-friendly, removable, or inner microwavable pillow core soft sewn pillow body or grid of small heat pods chambers, many little sections spread across the pillow, or microwave-safe fill material, flaxseed rice, wheat clay beads, cherry pits, similar fill. That way, the whole inner pillow becomes the heating element.
Let's look this over. An outer washable cover, okay. Inner microwavable pillow. Soft sewn pillow, okay. Grid, a grid of small heat pod chambers. Many little sections spread across the pillow. So it'll be on the top like a grid layer, basically. Good at small heat pod chambers, microwave safe filled material. So you take out the inner pillow core, many little sections across the. I'm starting to get tired. Though.
Why the small pod idea is smart. I think your pod idea is actually better than one large solid insert. Benefits of many small pods. Better heat distribution, softer feel, less lumpiness. Less stiff than one big square pack. Less shifting of material, more pillow-like, easier to shape. If you make one big bag of fill, all the material may slide around and bunch up. But if you divide it into many small pockets, the pillow keeps its shape better. So picture something like a square pillow, internally stitched into a grid. Each square chamber holding warming fill, almost like a quilted pillow, but heatable. Square shape makes sense. Yes, a square pillow is a good idea. Why? Simple shape, easy to manufacture, easy to microwave, familiar like a small throw pillow or bed cushion. Works for chest, lap, stomach, neck support, hugging, and sore muscles. A square format could make it very universal, something like 10 x 10, 12 x 12, maybe 14 x 14 if you want a larger comfort
That's
pillow.
too
I would
large.
probably lean towards small to medium because if it gets too big, it may be too heavy. Harder to heat evenly, more awkward in a microwave, might take too long to warm through. So something compact may be best for version 1. Best filling materials to consider. For this type of product, you want a material that heats well in the microwave, holds warmth, feels comfortable, is safe, in a sewn pillow core. Common options. 1. Flaxseed, very popular for warming pads, soft feel, holds heat well, nice natural feel. 2. Rice, cheap and simple, easy to source, familiar, decent heat, but it may not be as premium feeling long term. 3. Wheat, common in heat packs, good heat
I
retention,
didn't know they
natural
use
feel.
these too.
4. Cherry pits, used in some warming pillows, interesting texture, reusable, can hold heat well. 5. Clay beads, ceramic microbeads. These may feel more engineered and consistent, more uniform, possibly better durability, but may change the softness feel. For a bedtime comfort product, I think the nicest feel may come from flaxseed, wheat, or a blend. Best structure idea. Here's how I would picture it. Soft outer cover, removable and washable. Inner pillow core, microwave-safe cotton or natural fiber shell. Stitch chamber layout, small square or rounded pod sections. Heat fill, flaxseed wheat. Other microwave-safe fill. Optional comfort layer, thin batting or padded layer for softness. The key is that the inner core itself is the microwavable item. One thing to think about.
So that's the whole point. The core itself is what is important. Now, let me get some examples of the pillow core and the structure that it would look like inside for the heating elements like the flax seeds and whatever else would be in them. You see, I was thinking more about like little circular balls that are in there inside, or maybe it could be like little square chambers. But I wonder how soft that is. Like with their, because if it's just seeds and beads, it won't. It would just be flat and hard. Versus if it was balls, but they could still be squishy. There could be a lot of them in there. But it mentioned a chamber. See, that's what I was thinking that I was explaining. But I was thinking more of like little circular balls. Something like that would be hard. You imagine you lay your head on there. It'll be hard. See, something like that would be hard. Now, now, can you make some where it's the cover and then the inner core is filled with pods, with balls filled with the uh, uh, the heated material. So that way, all the heat, all the pods are all loosened instead of it being in a grid. Kind of like a whole bunch of bouncy balls being in a bag. Instead, they're in the pillow, and the bouncy balls are the heating pods with the heating elements inside. I want to see how that looks like. I'm walking on sunshine. That is a good idea. That's what the other one that it talked about when it was square chambers. And that'd be really hard. That design reminds me of the gel pillows They're super hard. Can knock somebody out with that. This is what I'm talking about right here. This would be, I think, the most ideal right here. This is what I was this is what I was seeing in my brain right here. This is what I was talking about right here. So you would have the cover, something soft that would go on top where you would be laying your head. Now I wasn't thinking about that before, but you know, the pods themselves could be soft. And I wonder how that would feel like if someone was laying on it without it. It's kind of like, I think this would be, this is a better design, anyways. It did a pretty good job at this, at designing what I was describing it. On point, bro. On point. Starting to get real tired. And at the bottom, now I wasn't thinking about opening the bottom ones. I'm gonna see what someone would need to open it. And then someone open it, it gets stuck on something, all the balls come out. Have to be sealed. What's crazy is, before, if I wanted to get an image of what I was thinking about for the product, for the invention, or whatever, I would have to make it by hand, Photoshop, Illustrator. I mean, sometimes I use Canva. It's not that versatile. I mean, it's pretty versatile, but when it comes to accuracy, like, I mean, I make my thumbnails on it. Just drawing the little seeds that are gonna be inside the pods, and the top ones, the top design right there, with square with those circles. These are all the pods. I didn't abbreviate anything yet. So it's kind of hard to see what I see when it's just square and circles versus when I had the ChatGPT do that diagram. It's easier to understand when you see it in that diagram format. Now this part right here is a foam layer that since the layer of all the foam balls are the pods, since it's circular, there's gonna be gaps in between. So there's gonna be a little bit more room. It's gonna feel more natural when you're laying your head on them versus if they were just squared in a row. But this part right here on the top, it's gonna help put comfort, comfort. Am I saying that? Yeah, I forgot to switch it. Arrows of the world. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. It's square. It has a top layer. It's square, so it fits. It's not gonna be connected to a regular pillow. Has a top foam itself. When the insert is in every enter the inner core, which is the inner pillow itself. It's the whole thing is microwavable. You can't take out the pods inside. It's one whole core. Pods inside that filled with the reusable seeds or heatable material just for the microwave. Microwave safe. They're inside. The grid pattern would be bad because they would be kind of stiff. Circular balls would be easier to move around, a lot more comfortable. Now, is there anything that might be missing? Now the person would be, mm, make sure I'm not missing nothing. And that is the key is that in the inner microwave where it's soft itself.
One thing to think about, softness. Your biggest challenge will be making it feel enough like a pillow and not just like a heat pack. Because if you overfill all the pods, it may feel dense, heavy, hard, beanbag-like. So
That's
you
what
may
I was
want
thinking.
smaller pods, moderate fill amount, maybe a soft outer quilt layer, maybe a center area that is softer, less filled. You could even make the pillow with zoned fill. For example, center zone equal to softer, outer zones equal to more warming fill, top area equal to warming support area. That could make it feel more comfortable when hugging or placing on the body.
The size of
Important safety design points. If the whole core goes in the microwave, I would keep these in mind. Use microwave-safe fabric. Avoid regular foam inside. Avoid plastic parts inside. Avoid metal parts, snaps, zippers on the microwavable core. Make sure fill is evenly distributed. Prevent overheating with clear instructions. Test for hot spots. Maybe include recommended heating times based on microwave wattage. For example, heating guide example, 700 W microwave, 60 to 90 seconds, 1000 W microwave, 45 to 60 seconds, 1200 W microwave, 30 to 45 seconds. Just as an example, real times would need testing. You'd also want people to heat in short intervals, shake or knead gently if needed. Never overheat, let it cool before reheating again. Your idea in one clean concept sentence. A square microwavable relaxation pillow with a removable washable cover and an inner core made of many small heat-filled pods that warm evenly and provide soft bedtime comfort. That's actually a solid concept. My honest opinion, I think this is a better direction than
Let's take a. See, this is a good. You make a concept breakdown diagram of the pillow structure. A nice visual would be great. So like I said, I've done this so many times with ChatGPT. I got so many folders on there. It already knows what type of information I'm gonna be wanting from when I have an idea. It already knows that I'm gonna want a diagram, which is why already it had already suggested it to me at the top. Mm. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing something. Get that diagram of the pillow now. Let's go back to the overall structure. Bro, isn't anything really else I can think of. There was one thing I just can't remember what it was. Uh, let me see. Maybe let me go back through. Maybe I remember what it was. It's just I'm starting to get real. I'm starting to get tired, man. With brain power getting drained. Uh, thirsty. Though. I'm thirsty as hell too. See if I'm missing anything. No, siree. So here we go. The idea goes you take the pillow. You say you come home, you take the pillow. Oh my God, my back hurts. Take out the core, you put it in the microwave 1 to 3 minutes. Boom, you take it out, you put it back in, it's hot. You zip it up, you put it on your lay on it. So you sit against it, heats up, it cools down. You don't even have to think about it. If you leave, you don't think about, oh, it's gonna heat up, it's gonna mess up, burn down my house. Here we go. Now this is just the design, overall design and research. Of course, I normally put the research together like this. There are times where I put all of this into research paper. That doesn't happen that often though. I mean, right now I'm running my 23-page one. Microwave warming pillow. Damn, that looks awesome though. I wish I had one. Alright, you guys, man, I'm already tired. I'm using like this, I have my iPad right here so I can see the chat, but it's kind of, I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or what. Um, I have to figure it out later. Alright, you guys, that was it. The warm pillow. I hope you guys liked the live stream. It was fun. I don't even know how long. 2 hours, man. Alright, that's all for today.